Welcome back, everybody, to the first semifinal match, I think, actually. Yeah, so we're in the semifinals now, and this is going to be Walrus Group versus Goonin. I can throw that up on the screen right there. Fun.
Ooh, let's go.
Yeah. Oh, I'll introduce you. I mean, people already know you, but yeah. Fun thing about this matchup, Walrus Group was 7th seed, and they just beat the number 2 seed in the tournament. So I would have your eye on them because I'm very excited to see the performance. Yeah. Anyways, this is me, man. And Rebecca is joining me today. That way, the club president.
Yay!
So a bit of a fun little appearance there. We are going to be going into the game in a second. I will let them know I am ready. But yeah, Goonin a pretty strong team. But that being said, Walrus Group did pull off that crazy. I don't know what they turned on, but something in their brain switched, and they pulled the win out. So that's where we're going into right now. And anyways, we're into the game, into Coliseum. I'll switch that right now. All right, yeah. But,
Coliseum. I saw.
Wait,
I saw a really funny.
Oh yeah, keep going, keep talking.
Yeah, I saw a really funny TikTok the other day of somebody in the Coliseum, and they're like, "Who's pushing the robot?"
True. I would like to visit there at some point, but for now I just have Overwatch. I'll have to live with that. Hey, it is pretty though. I caught Alistair doing this because I like to do this, and I felt proud that I was seen. But anyways, yeah, headed. I'm not sure push is supposed to be the first game mode, but it is certainly what we are playing. So I think we're gonna be on that. Both teams on a rush composition, but Goonin choosing the more Ramatra oriented one, and kind of like in the Reinhardt pick from Drew. Even though I knew it was coming, you know, it's still satisfying to see it.
But Molten here, one of the MVP players nominations for
That's
MVP
true.
player here. One of the 2 nominations.
Yeah, voting is up for that, by the way. So I think. So yeah.
Sombra's having a little fight with Igniter in the back there.
Yeah. Drew getting a little low up front. It's gonna actually end up going down. Just too much damage and not able to shield himself for long enough.
Ooh, Hyde. Very quick kill on Megaten. Megaten there.
Yeah, it looks like the rest of Walrus Group's gonna have to back out, but luckily they don't really get staggered too badly. Oh, and Megaten onto the Widowmaker from Sombra. That's an interesting swap. I guess they
Seemed
probably
that
felt like
Sombra really wasn't working out with him there.
Yeah, Igniter as well on the. Oh, a little bit of a diff there. Unfortunate for Walrus Group. Swap just in time to catch the Igniter is going crazy on the Widow. What? What is this?
Jordan takes out the enemy Baptiste there.
Oh yeah, the Baptiste as well. Yeah, the Igniter getting a lot of kills there. I think there's 3 finals and most participants. With Visor, they're able to see the now Sombra again in the back line. Looks like a few hero swaps coming out for Walrus Group, although, wow! Ramatra goes down fast. And Drew with the Shadow, I think, is just gonna finish cleaning up this fight. Oh, okay.
Nice reversal there. Really chasing him for that one.
That's a Drew play right there, I think. Yeah,
they're bringing it back to the middle. Nice.
Yeah, they just, I don't know, they collapsed on Goonin so fast, and Goonin was not prepared for all of that damage to come onto the tank at one time.
While Colin stays back on the payload here, we're looking at Walrus Group pushing forward.
Yeah, pushing forward quite far, and Aircraft is going to have to use Wraith to get out.
Deep.
Yeah, this Annihilation is probably going to prove to be too much for Walrus Group.
Yep, they're 2 split up right now, but they do still have control of the robot, technically.
Yeah.
But this is definitely a heavy stagger.
Aircrafty pushing it quite far, but gonna have to find a way to get out, as you're saying. And does not find that, so... Unfortunate stagger for Walrus Group. They did get some good payload progress, but It is still an uphill battle for them.
Not quite as much as they need.
Yeah. A few nano coming online for Walrus group as well. They're gonna have to watch out for that overclock though. Pi does hit those shots.
And there it is. The overclock. Overclock and then a quick Cassidy takedown from Igniter.
Mm-hmm.
Pi snipes Aircrafty. Molten
Yeah.
Takes down Lucio and Ana.
Yeah, unfortunately Walrus group did not have the survivability for that, and Drew just went down with all the damage coming in.
Yeah, and they really can't afford to get this payload pushed any further because they weren't able to catch up. And that's forward spawn for Who of Gooning there.
Ultimate's coming out. Fatboy Phil not using beat, interestingly enough. That might lead them to lose this point. Oh, Pied is...
They're creating a couple of kills, but it's clear here. It seems that... Oh, never mind.
Pied is pulling it back, yeah.
Holding his ground there.
Pied and the Sombra is a little bit dangerous, and... Yeah, unfortunately could not finish off that last kill, but...
That was a really close game. I was expecting...
It was a good stand.
Aircrafty and Megaton to be the only survivors there. Pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, a lot of ultimates coming online for both teams as well. Window, Drew trying to push past it, and shatters!
Ooh, triple shatter!
Huge shatter!
Triple shatter, triple anti, plus the beat, takes out Igniter with that grenade.
We're gonna try to stay alive here. Unfortunately, the Lucio was not caught on that shatter, so they were able to beat, but I think they've got enough damage that they can still push through that, and that's gonna be a fight for
Yeah, that just didn't really matter all that much.
Yeah.
It was enough to take him out.
Yeah, some of Drew's earlier shatters in the previous game weren't looking too great, so it's nice to see those huge fight-winning ones. You love to see those decisive ultimates from Reinhardt.
Molten drops down. Up on top of the bridge, we're seeing that high noon Cassidy.
Yeah, it just evaporates the Reinhardt shield, and that's actually going to be pretty bad for them. Reaper gets nanoed, but too much damage.
It's not enough. The blockage from the Ramantra.
A couple of headshots from Igniter, and yeah. Yeah, and as you said, the not just damage mitigation. Still a close match, though, I will say.
Yeah, one can only wonder why that never works when I'm Ramantra.
True. It always works when other people do it. That's how it works. That's how Overwatch works.
Decent shatter on Pi, decent anti on Pi. Not really any way to take advantage of it though.
Yeah, Pi looking for a overclock here, trying to poke the Sombra out, but the Sombra does escape. Reinhardt playing pretty far up here. I don't think he had a shield really to live. Beat comes out a little bit late, unfortunately, and it's kind of just going to be clean
not
up.
enough to make them survive. They're just heavily outnumbered here.
Yeah, Colin's going to be chased down here. I don't think he's going to make it out alive. Bit of an unfortunate stagger for Walrus group, but they do have a really close spawn here, fortunately, so they will be.
Yes, but that does mean that they're being pushed back by the tank Ramantra here.
Drew goes in, and he does not have one of his main supports, but still gets a decent shatter off. Not able to follow it up, though. I think, unfortunately...
I just, railgun after railgun.
Yeah.
With those charge shots.
Pi's putting in a lot of work with those railgun shots. Yeah, it was a pretty good shatter from Drew. It's just, unfortunately, the team was not there to finish those kills off. It's hard as Reinhardt to close the gap when you get a big shatter like that sometimes.
We're looking at the Reinhardt Nano.
Yeah, Drew trying
I
to
didn't
make
notice
space
that Paimani over there
Maybe a charge off the edge, or...
Igniter not able to use his ult. No good way to use it. Unfortunately, Aircrafty goes down, which is their main source of damage there.
Yeah, Drew just trying to live.
Reinhardt just too low.
Yeah. Oh, nice steep from Colin, but...
Who of Gooning still has their tank with them.
Chooses to jump off instead, yeah. Another unfortunate. Drew stayed alive for quite a while there, but just wasn't able to finish off any kills because the rest of the team was, I assume, preoccupied with other things. EMP comes out from Megaton. Gets the
EMP
Lucio.
hits Molten and Pied. But nothing really comes of it. Molten really low, but they just can't get to him right now. Igniter and Pied, both their DPS down here, but is this going to be enough to take them out? Molten goes Nemesis form, but only for a second.
Yep.
This does mean that Walrus Group takes the robot, and let's see if they can keep it and push their barricade a little bit forward today.
Here we go again. A lot of what's coming online from both teams. I feel like I've said that exact same line multiple times this game. But it's true. Pied is going to be trying to overclock. Gets a big shatter.
But Drew is so low. I don't know if he won't survive this fight.
He won't survive, but it looks like his team might pull it up.
Aircrafty tries to ult, but nobody is close enough to get caught in that Death Blossom.
He saw that Sojourn and it was so low.
Literally at 1 HP.
And Molten's going to be the sole survivor. And they're going to pull that back. Yeah. Unfortunately, Aircrafty was just out of range for those blossoms to hit, and I think that's 3 ultimates invested in a tough fight from Walrus Group, which is not good. Although, that being said, it's not like Goonin has many ultimates in their pocket either, so I feel like this could kind of go either way. Molten getting very low there up in the front, having to hold right click.
As well.
Yeah. Neither team really able to make much progress here. Sombra gets poked out, has to run away, doesn't get out in time.
Well, Colin switching to that Baptiste, just trying to get that healing up a little bit higher, which I think is a great choice.
Beat comes out,
now
but
that Reinhardt's
just a second too late.
Now that Reinhardt's shield is down, we're getting Igniter's High Noon there. And just no survivors
and
here.
That's gonna be it. Goonin is going to take that first map. Yep, and score 1. A lot of good plays from Walrus Group, but not able to match the damage. I think there was just so much spam, and it was really hard for Drew to make any space. I mean, obviously, one of the reasons for that on Showcase here, Pied with all of those railgun shots, and yeah, what do you do? Living at 10 HP there at the end. But yeah, I don't know. Awesome. Good first match for everyone. I see the 2 Prime subs, by the way. Thank you to Mr. Thunder and also AZ4Eep. I don't know how to pronounce that. Hopefully I didn't screw it up too bad. I don't know where that's...
What about my Prime sub, Jacob?
You Prime subbed?
Yes.
Where? Oh, okay. I see.
Always Prime subbing.
I see that. The 3 months. Nice.
Although we still have no idea where this money goes.
Yeah, no, I was like literally just about to say that.
It's but it's worth it to not have to watch
ads.
True.
That's true. That's a problem
not
here.
Not miss a single second of riveting gameplay.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, hold on. Are they like waiting for me or something? Okay, I might run. No, I can't run some ads. The thing is, every time I intentionally run ads, it takes ads off of, like, you know, just like automatically playing them. So I guess the strategy is to play it during in-between times. So I'm gonna try to remember to do that. But I don't know. It's a huge pain. I think ads are pretty much mandated by Twitch. And I don't like it, but that's okay.
We be streaming.
We be streaming.
One of these days we'll get emotes. One of these days.
One of these days. But yeah, good first match. That being okay, all the stuff I said earlier, I'm like jumping around a lot, sorry. This is kind of the same situation as what happened to Walrus Group in the previous matchup. They lost the first match and it wasn't looking too hot for them, and then they completely turned it around. So I still have hope. I still have faith if they play, you know, if they, you know, kind of form that cohesion and are able to actively focus on targets. I think they could win. Obviously, I'm a little bit biased. I don't know if you can tell. You can probably tell. That's fine. Yeah, I don't know. I'm mostly just here for a good match, and it seems like that's what we're getting. So
Illinois State just killing it in the playoffs.
Illinois State?
Yeah.
Wait.
Overwatch playoffs? Which are also going on right now?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
We gotta beat Dominguez Hills first if we
Oh,
want,
that's true.
if we want to get better, you know.
Our rivals.
Our rivals.
Yeah.
One-sided rivalry.
Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna have a pretty solid lineup for next year though, for D1. I'm kind of excited for that. Obviously Cav, one of the incoming students, is very good at the video game.
Although I don't know if we can ever I know that there's no such thing as pro players anymore. But that also does mean that UC Santa Cruz has an absolutely stacked roster. You would not believe who is on their team.
Well, maybe we just aim for Dominguez Hills then. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe we pick and choose our battles.
Somebody
there.
in our little bracket here.
Yeah, fun little. It would be nice to be the #1 UC school, but I think we've got a little bit to go until
I
that
think
happens.
that the #1 UC school is UC Irvine. I don't know.
Yeah. Not sure.
I can never quite.
We are getting progress though, slowly in our esports infrastructure for the school, which is very, very exciting. With
Yes.
the lab.
And for the first time in a long time, I finally don't have to be president.
Yeah.
We're seeing Molten on the Doomfist. This is an interesting play from him. But not an unexpected one.
That's true.
Not entirely without precedent.
Be fun to see. Definitely one of the heroes he enjoys playing the most. Who's gonna be up front here? Is he gonna live? He is. They have to use Suzu though on the Doomfist, and the Lucio doesn't catch that. Ends up going down. Looks like Walrus Group's gonna have the advantage for this fight. Yeah. On the more rushy composition, especially with the Rhine and Reaper, I think it's really hard for them to play up top behind. Although you can see Colin is taking that more defensive position. He's going to have to watch out for Pied, but it seems like they handled that pretty well last time, so...
Echo really constantly trying to throw those
wow.
bombs at the back line there, the little, the more squishier characters. But fortunately for them, Colin is a dodging god.
Yeah, Colin is doing a great job surviving in that back line.
Ooh.
Drew and Molten both go down. Not much follow-up from either side. Drew's definitely gonna be looking for this shatter. Honestly, oh, no way!
A really, really unfortunate shatter there. Molten's firmly entrenched in their backline. There's not really a lot they can do about it. Seeing the meteor strike right on top of Ted. But
Drew.
that backfires!
Yeah, Drew with enough support to keep him alive. Honestly, did not think he was going to live through that. Oh, I should be flipping the score. My bad, chatters.
Yeah,
Wait, don't worry, it's really easy now.
Molten, you should not have done that.
And he's on Hog now. Speaking of tanks, Molten likes to play this, and yeah.
Whoa.
I don't think Drew was inspecting that switch. That's an unfortunate turn of events for them. And I think they're just going to try to be backing out here. Molten's definitely going to go in for this kill.
Yeah,
We'll see how
Walrus
far
Group right
he's able
now
to take
on
him.
the retreat.
Yeah.
Surprised that Drew doesn't switch against this Hog
Yeah.
here.
I'm going to be looking for this EMP. I think Megaten is definitely setting up for it. You can see pinging the Sojourn. Going for it right here, and they're going to be diving straight onto this
nearly
Hog.
everybody. Aircraft, he goes in with the Death Blossom, takes out Fatboy Phil. Megaten finishes up Molten there, but unfortunately, Igniter kills Aircrafty. Pied absolutely snipes Drew.
Pied.
Last sliver of health here.
Pied is just cleaning up these fights from
It's
like
just
nowhere.
DPS plus healer versus DPS plus healer here.
Yeah, both teams just trying to keep point progress.
Two
and they're
ultimates from Who of
kind of
Gooning right
slowly
here, just
trickling
trying to
back
get
in.
this point.
Aircrafty putting a lot of damage into the Hog. Has to actually back out, but unfortunately Drew is also getting very low there.
Looks like they're gonna cap this point here. And yep, there it is. Who of Gooning is capped the first point. They got about 3 minutes remaining.
Megaten just running away from this Echo. and manages to escape with his life. So he's probably going to be setting up in the back line here if he doesn't get poked out there. She is, but yeah, I don't know. Somber gameplay. I'll watch someone else. Ooh, I'll watch Pied with the overclock, trying to just dish out damage like he has been, and Drew barely does not escape with his life, actually. Slight correction to what I was going to say.
Ooh, a quick focus beam there from Igniter. Takes out Colin. Cluster bombs. Takes out Brigitte.
Yep. And it looks like
Aircrafty tries to get away, but nobody can escape
from
that charge shot.
Yep. Megaton's still in the back line. EMP is back online, so if they can combo their ults in the same way they did, then it's going to be really good for them. Or if they can use it to cancel beat, that would be another really good outcome for them. They're going to use it pretty aggressively here, though.
I was just saying, here would be a great place to EMP. They get literally everybody, but unfortunately the Death Blossom strat does not work twice. As Zarya says, a fox is not caught twice in the same snare.
That's true. Yeah, even despite that not working, though. Yeah.
Fortunately, it does end up slightly working out for them. They push them back past the payload point here.
Yeah, and it's not like they don't have any ultimates either. I think I'm gonna be looking for this Earth Shatter next. They don't have any way to block that on Hope Goonin's side, so this could potentially be pretty large. Molten though also has the Whole Hog, which is very annoying as a Reinhardt to play against. Gets slept. And is going to be using
Whole
that
Hog.
Whole Hog. Ryan gets nanoed, and Molten's gonna have to back out with the Whole Hog. That's gonna be really bad for him.
Igniter trying to just focus that Reinhardt using those grenades from the Ana.
Oh, and now Molten has the nano.
Molten is the one who is nanoed.
Yeah, Molten doing a really good job of just living there and waiting until he had the advantage, and looks like he's going to use that at core. Oh, wow. That is some support gaming from Colin and Amaury Renako. Yeah, there we go. Right, Aircrafty going in, and it looks like Drew's going to go in with that Shatter and get two.
Two-person Shatter.
Either way, that's a big Shatter.
Fatboy still there.
Now Drew's the only one left.
Versus Drew here.
And
but
Ryan
Drew's
against the
really
Silver.
low. And Pied smacks him. They will not cap this point. Not on this try.
Pied has to go in close to do any damage through the shield, but obviously going in close on a Reinhardt's not easy, so...
not able to make it. No overtime.
Yeah.
They were not able to cap that second point.
They were not. Walrus Group is going to stop that push by Huup Goonin. So that means they have a pretty decent chance of pulling this back for themselves. Yeah. Huup Goonin only making it almost a second point, not quite getting that extra burst of time though. So they're gonna have to win some of these fights. Yeah, great use of, I think. I mean, I feel like the planning from Walrus Group was really good. The way they used those EMPs and everything. EMP definitely won them a couple of those fights, and they were definitely coordinated with those, so that was cool. On the other ends, from Huup Goonin, just so much damage. I don't know.
Those 5-person EMP is really, really interesting there. Great work.
Yeah. Yeah. Molten onto the Sigma. Really switching around the tanks here. I think he's probably on track to have played every single tank in the game by the end of these matches, except for maybe Mauga, because I know how he feels about that character. But
he hates the character he's playing against it, but he often has gone against his qualms.
Sure.
In the face of adversity.
Yeah, okay, so the rush from Walrus Group, they're gonna have a bit of a hard time pushing up onto this high ground. They're gonna kind of be looking for either picks or just to rotate around like they are right now. It's gonna be really important that none of them go down.
Yeah, Megaton just trying to get that payload up as much as they can, trying to avoid those shots from Pied, taking cover behind the payload.
Payload progress is important, but Walrus group is kind of just hiding here, just praying for a pick, and I don't think they're gonna get it, unfortunately. They're gonna have to switch up the strategy a little.
Overwhelming Megaton here.
Yeah. Right, Walrus group choosing to sit on point and take that angle at it, although Drew quickly realizes that might not be the greatest strategy.
The Deconstructor can really be mean to a team that has to clump together so much as Walrus group.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Calling goes down, that's unfortunate. The main source of support healing.
This kill feed here. I'll just red to blue.
Tied to everyone else. That's yeah, and it's gonna be really hard for Walrus group to push into. I think that I mean they realize this as well, and they're switching to a dive composition with the Winston. Not their strongest suit, but they also pulled it off earlier on one of the maps, so I think there's a pretty good chance they can make it work here. They don't have a lot of time to work with though. Only 2 more minutes remain on the clock, and ultimates are coming online.
What is that? Winston.
Ooh.
Nanoed.
Speaking of ultimates coming online.
A force of nature here. Bob on the high ground, not really able to shoot too much. But does manage to take out Drew.
That's actually...
Maybe he didn't. Maybe he forgot that Bob was on the high ground.
I think he did.
Pretty forgettable.
And
especially when not actively shooting you.
This is gonna be hard for Walrus group because they don't have their main tank with them, and I think that's Calling gets picked out there. They're definitely playing a little far up for not having their main tank, or only tank actually. They tied with that over.
Back on Doomfist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of countering that dive. Like, Sigma's not going to be the best. Drew going in. Huge nade from Colin on the Ana there. Well,
Fat Boy feel real low.
Overclock.
Both of them beating. Drew's out of the game. And the entirety of Hoop Gooning really healthy here.
Yeah, it was a really good nade from Colin, but the range from Drew just wasn't quite enough to finish it up. Wow, what was that? I just saw some crazy tech from Molten. Yeah, I don't know. Walrus group seems to be having trouble making it through this, but they do have a couple ultimates that could help them. Maybe a huge area cleared. That's what I'm looking for. We'll see. He's gonna have to play around a few cooldowns though, so it's not gonna be easy.
Megaton, they're just waiting for an opportunity to strike. Tries to engage Pied.
Drew going in, knows he has that ultimate. Area cleared from aircraft, he has to get out, but gets one in the process.
Pied manages to get killed here. But Igniter is just really on point with these shots today.
Yeah, Igniter trying to stay alive through this damage. Oh, aircraft he gets nanoed. Wasn't quite ready for it though. And was
they just really have to stick to this payload.
Out. Oh.
Ooh! The ultimate takes out the high noon, but unfortunately there's just like nobody to be on payload right now. This is really surprising. Winston jumps in, but I think he's just overwhelmed here. There's too many people on this payload.
4K from Pied. I thought that EMP was going to turn the fight around in Walrus group's favor, but Pied just popped off and killed 4 on his own. That was crazy. That Igniter almost had a really big deadeye there, but the EMP came out just in time. That's an unfortunate loss from Walrus group. They were looking really good there at the beginning. Nope, that is the wrong score to update. I am terribly sorry. Yeah, Pied showcasing why there's so much damage going against Walrus group. But yeah, I mean, I think that was just a rough position for Walrus group to be in. That high ground is so hard to take on their main composition, and I think swapping onto dive puts them at a bit of a comfort disadvantage there, so Fortunately, they weren't able to make that very first push, and I think past that, they would have had a much better chance of taking them. But still a close game. Still a close game. Yeah, so moving into the next match. I don't know. Do you have any thoughts, Rebecca?
Not really. It's just really surprising. I was expecting Walrus Group to go a lot further there.
Yeah, I agree.
But just like any expectation in the Overwatch competitive, I was most likely wrong.
That's you never know with this game, like truly. But yeah, I mean,
What do you expect to win?
that's true. What does that even mean? But yeah, I mean, Walrus Group was like they looked really good in a lot of those fights, but I think the Pied Igniter DPS combination, just always swinging it at the very end, just pulling it all back. And I honestly think they could have had that if Drew hadn't jumped into the bomb there. That was a bit unfortunate on his end. And unfortunately, they didn't have their tank for that fight. But yeah, ultimate good game, and Walrus Group is not out of it yet, I will say. Alright, I might run another ad break right now. So, by the way, y'all are being sent to that ad dimension, but this is not important, so I'm making sure you don't miss anything important. Goodbye, we'll see you soon. Okay, the non-subscribers have been sent to the ad dimension. Of course. Okay. Anyways. Ah, yes, that's what we'd love to see. Pre-roll ads are disabled for 51 minutes. And we're going straight into Oasis, I think? Or I know these map names, surely.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm really bad at remembering map names.
Where you get hit by cars.
That's true. That's a good way to remember this one. Especially like the like specific submaps of TCP. I can never remember which is which. Despite my hundreds of hours on this game, you'd think I have that knowledge, but it's not that simple. Who up Goonin often for? Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, it's kind of surprising how few hours I actually have on this game. It's like I play it so often, but I only have like 200 hours, which is a lot, but not a lot for so many years of playing.
Yeah, I kind of feel that as well, actually. Sometimes, like when I think back on how much I played in the past, it feels like I should
you had
have
to
more.
keep on a different tank when playing Winston this time.
Yeah,
really just jump there trying to get those picks. No! Oh, Colin dashes himself directly off of the bridge. That is really, really sad to see. Oh, I am so sorry.
Yeah, that is unfortunate for Walrus Group. Yeah, without that sustain, they kind of just go down. Hard to tell from that fight because they didn't have their brig with them. Honestly, I'm not sure how this is going. I feel like before that they could have gone either way. Although Walrus Group opting for a dive composition now. Yeah. I think one thing who up Goonin is doing really well here is forcing Walrus Group onto dive. And yeah, not Walrus Group's strong suit. They're suffering a little bit not being able to play that Ryan ball.
It's really low that Reinhardt.
Yeah, Pulse is already coming online from Pied. So it's duplicate from Igniter.
So it's really high damage first. Igniter's signature, duplicating to Ana. Getting those grenades out.
Yeah, Pied going in, looking like he's gonna pulse, but doesn't end up using it. I think they win the fight anyways. Drew not able to get out, ends up trying to sacrifice himself to the void, but Pied gets there first. Yeah, Walrus group, this is just not their comfort team, I think. I think especially this map is going to be hard for them, though. This high grounds is very dive favored. So once they get into the other maps, like Gardens and University, I think. Oh, Pied going for that pulse bomb. Does not get the stick, but they do use Suzu, I believe. Which means they don't have it for this monkey ult. And it's just going to be enough disruption, I think, for Goonin to take that fight, although...
Walrus group stays on the point, but they have no heals.
Yeah. Their sustain's looking quite low here, although Molten is also looking quite low. Drew barely getting out, but I think as soon as he lands, he's basically going to be dead. Yeah, flying into the air there.
Colin being just like pushed around by these two characters here.
Yeah. Pied cleaning up on that Tracer, showing that prowess there. It's a D1 DPS. You can tell.
Yeah, to have Pied and Molten on the same team.
Yeah.
Pretty devious, I have to say.
Yeah.
Both of our
Yeah.
really stellar D1.
Yeah. Pied and Igniter.
players.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a pretty solid team lineup, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, these are the semis, so whoever wins this goes to the finals and faces up against, let's be honest, probably Aiden's team name. So yeah, I think Goonin definitely looking like a really strong competitor here. Especially
Molten, again on his quest to catch them all with the tanks. On Diva, an interesting choice for him.
This is kind of crazy, actually.
Managed to make it all the way out of there with only a few scratches. Getting smacked up a little, getting smacked up a little bit, but just not dying. It's that movement that's too...
Ooh. Megaten almost getting that pick on the cuticle. And it ends up getting finished off by Drew, who is going for Pied next, but has to back off a little bit. Molten gets demeched. That's going to be really good for Walrus Group.
Yeah, looks like they have this point all to themselves now.
Colin
Except
trying
for
not to
Pied,
die.
who gets a quick cheeky hit on Colin there.
Yeah, it's going down shortly after, but it's going to be an unfortunate loss for Walrus Group. Shifts went off on Baptiste, so... And I guess there is cast time to that ability? Honestly, did not know that.
Good kill from Megaten there on that Fat Boy Phil trying to reach the point. Unfortunately, they didn't drop fast enough to keep Goonin from taking the point.
Megaten getting a nice pick onto Pied there. Some well-placed shots versus... I think Goonin to kind of back off for now. Both DPS ultimates from Goonin and some support ultimates coming online, but similar situation from Walrus Group, so... Yeah, Pied taking this kind of same underneath angle. Forced to use recall really early again, though. It's Suzu. Megaten with the Deadeye.
Whoa! Diva's mech, as it's being, as she's demeching, she gets, booped directly into the void, which means that, it's so over for her.
It's so over. Yeah. And unfortunately, Baby Diva cannot fly. Even if she could, you'd still probably be dead. But yeah, I feel like that's a lot of... Oh, and Molten's back on the Doomfist, which means they lose the Diva ultimate, so... Yeah, really good ult economy for Walrus Group here, actually. Drew's definitely looking for that Shatter, and gets it. That's going to be really big for them.
Their classic Shatter Death Blossom combo.
Yeah, probably did
Drew and Aircraft
not
here.
need the Death Blossom, but in the event that they did, it's good that they used it. Oh, it's final fight. Huh. Look at that.
Molten, it looks, seeing if he can contest, is a second too late.
Molten. Wow, he is on that point right now. That must have been really close for the recontest.
It was really close. I was watching the whole thing.
Yeah, and you can see he's not too happy about that in the chat. Yeah, Walrus Group, I think their rush composition, as soon as... Me and Aiden were talking about this earlier, but as soon as you get a hold of that high ground on rush, it becomes very hard to push up against, because you can kind of just ball up together and hold your place. So yeah, well played by Walrus Group there. And this... If Goonin wins this objective, they do win the entire matchup, so...
This is really the last chance for Walrus Group here. But we are seeing against that reminder, which did not bode well for them last time.
Yeah. Both teams rotating around completely different sides here.
Which does put that poke composition at an advantage. Just keeping that distance away from Reinhardt, away from the Reaper.
Yeah, Drew going
Now both
in.
teams advanced on the objective. Drew, super duper low. I don't know if he'll survive this part.
Aircraft, he gets a pick though. That's going to be really good for Walrus Group. He might have to Wraith out here. And does manage to
Mega 10 manages to finish off Molten. And Pied goes down as well.
Mega 10 hitting shots. Has to reload, but gets Igniter anyways. Mega 10 with the 4K, I think. Very well played. Yeah, great picks from Mega 10 there. I think a lot of opening damage from Aircrafty as well. Both DPS really showing through there. Mega 10 is going up, but it might be worth... Oh, barely doesn't get Igniter. Igniter was so low.
Pied rolling around to the other side.
Gets caught out.
Mega 10 is really popping off with this Cassidy play.
Yeah, Drew realizing he's a little bit in too far, but gets Igniter anyways. Okay. A lot of good fire strikes from Drew.
Goonin is a little bit too spread out and must retreat here.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, Window and almost Shatter coming online, as well as Deadeye, but we'll see how much value comes out of that for Walrus Group. Who have Goonin a little behind, but they're not too far behind. Window was used from Colin, unfortunately doesn't really find anything.
Aircraft, he managed to take out Pied. Hits the Death Blossom, hits Fatboy Phil, but Igniter snipes him far with that Cassidy shot.
Unfortunately, no kills there. Or, sorry. Unfortunately, gets killed there. But, fight is still won there. And Colin barely escaping with his life.
Very surprised that he lived there.
Yeah. Yeah, I want you to take a look at the ults, by the way, everyone. I have noticed. Oh! Never mind.
If he can take out Molten before he manages to get his Igniter out, Pied
That's
out.
Massive.
Jordan, Koimani is stuck at 99.
That shatter from Drew was massive because it meant that most of Huop Goonin wasn't even able to use their ultimates in that fight, which was kind of the ring condition because they had every single one available. All of theirs were online, so.
And we go to another round? Or... Very surprising.
Yeah.
Right there, that hid kill. And to all of those other characters, insane gameplay there from Drew.
From Drew, yeah. I love those shadows. I'm really liking this because there are lots of clips I can pull from my little montage at the end. But that does mean I'm going to be spending more time in the replay viewer, which is unfortunate, but that's fine. Everything comes with the cost. Yeah, great gameplay from both teams, I think, but Walrus Group, like they did last match, are kind of starting to find their stride, I think. By obviously that first match was really hard for them. They had to kind of swap to dive to even contest Goonin, but once they were on their more rush comfortable maps, they really pulled that back. So yeah, and playing off of that with a Numbani ban, which is smart. Yeah, but extending this match a little bit longer, which is really awesome. Yeah. I was about to run another ad break. I don't have to. We have 37 minutes of pre-roll off.
Yay!
Hopefully enough for the whole rest of the match. So I will not be doing
Want
that.
a break from the ad?
You guys will be spared. Yes, we do. Please. Honestly, if like we could pay Twitch, I'd pay out of pocket to remove ads from the channel entirely. But Twitch does not like that, I guess. I don't know. I feel like that would be a worthwhile investment. Yeah, 2 games going on right now, by the way. I feel like I should point this out. This one we're watching right now is Goonin versus Walrus group, but there's also Team 7 versus Team Name, which is AM's group versus Star's group. Not sure how that game is going, but it is being casted on our secondary channel. If you look into the announcements tab on the SLOverwatch Discord, you will see that as well. But you should stay here. Yeah, this is the better stream. And Prod is ready, so we will be going into Blizzard World? Christmas. Oh, okay. That's fine then. This is a map I feel like I don't see too often. But it is a fun one. I think what Walrus Group was kind of hoping for this hybrid map pick was King's Row. Because of their rush obsession, but Blizzard World will have to do. I think they might. Yeah, as long as they can move it as a unit through this first point, I think they'll be okay.
Interesting play on the Christmas version.
True. Honestly, it's kind of pretty. I don't blame them for that. It's a nice looking map. Yep. Yeah, there's the poke from Goonin. I think they were preparing exactly for this. Walrus Group is going to have to hold very strong. Looking to kind of hold on this forward position. That might prove to be difficult for them if they can't rotate out quickly enough when Goonin starts to put pressure on them. This is a pretty dangerous position to hold. I know that because Aiden said it.
Where do you think Blizzard World even ends? I think California, like Florida.
Yeah, probably one of those 2 places. I think you're probably right. Feels like that's where all the big theme parks are.
The question is which one?
Good point. I feel like it could be either.
Judging by the gloomy, foggy weather, it could be either.
Yeah. Yeah,
Not a lot of action here as Goonin moves to the point.
Yep. Yeah, Drew rotating the shield to catch the rock there. That could prove to be big, but doesn't have the shield anymore, unfortunately. Has to build that back up. Walrus Group playing really safe in the meantime. Yeah, both teams on equal footing here. Walrus Group doesn't have the defender's high ground advantage, so they will have to make no mistakes.
Drew, super low.
Yeah, Drew ends up going
down.
down.
Oh, that Pied shot from Pied. The whole team just kind of collapses after Drew's gone. Especially with so much.
Yeah, I mean, just the spam from the Sig and the Sojourn and the Cass. I feel like Goonin had the raw damage output advantage there. And
Simulton standing still, he better not be saying anything nasty in chat. Drew just really kind of taking a lot of big hits here, taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much. There's not really much you can do. Immortality comes out, but it's not going to be enough. He's going to go down anyways. It's crazy how quickly that shield evaporates. when you look
It
at
lasts so long.
all this.
The other characters continue to attempt to fight. At some point, it's just not worth it anymore.
Yeah, Andrew, I think, has abandoned the dreams of playing Rush here and switches over to the Sigma. So, not the situation that Walrus Group wants, and unfortunately this does put them at a bit of a disadvantage. Yeah. Molten comes out with the Gravitic Flux and gets a pretty good amount. Igniter picking out Mega 10 as he was lifted up off the ground.
Drew and Aircrafty with no support.
Yeah.
Nothing they really can do. And Goonin will be able to push to this point here.
Yeah. Really good timing for them too. 5 minutes on the clock to push it to the end. So that's going to be really hard for Walrus Group to defend against. Yeah, Ultimate's looking pretty even for both teams. I think this Kitsune Rush is probably what Goonin's going to be looking to use going into this fight. I'll have to use Suzu early, but my guess is we're going to see it come out. Window Castle comes out here.
An attempt to do the hiding through the window, but nothing really comes of it.
Yeah, it's unfortunately 2 ults gone. And they only have Reaper to work off of. I'd imagine Kitsune comes out, yeah. Yeah, Aircrafty trying to go in with that.
Really unfortunately taken out.
And there goes the beat. And with that beat, I think there's really no hope for Walrus Group here. DPS just able to push in without any restraint. Probably getting a bunch of cleanup kills there as well as Igniter.
Yeah, just holding here is going to be rather difficult. I don't think they'll be able to touch it all. Oh, Baptiste does manage to.
Gravitic Flux comes out from Drew. A few eliminations coming from Walrus Group's side, but it's
just not enough.
Yeah, it's gonna be so hard for them to do anything here. And
yeah, pulls Bennington right off the payload there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that
not
was
that much they can do.
That was rough. That's a 3.5 minute time bank on Blizzard World. Not what Walrus Group wants to see there, and that means they're going to have to basically do the same if they want to win this. I mean, yeah. I feel like Rush is probably a bit easier for them to be playing on. Is it? I don't know. Actually, I'm taking back what I said. I think Walrus Group is just in a really tough position here. Again, playing on those heroes they're not comfortable with. We'll see what they start on. And they're going to try to make that rush work. I honestly think this is probably the best chance they have of winning. I don't think they win the poke matchup. They just aren't practiced enough in that sort of situation. And like, hey, you might as well go out with a bang, you know? So, I like this pick. This choice.
I don't know that much about StarCraft, but it sounds like these little drone guys up here be a little cheery tune, pretty festive tune.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure if I played more Blizzard games, I would appreciate a lot of the little details in this map more, but fortunately, I just play Overwatch. I do be a Overwatch enjoyer. Walrus Group up onto this high grounds. Gets them closer, but they're rotating all the way behind it like this. Probably going to try to take the stairs up here.
Does put them a little bit closer. Takes out Pied with a quick fire strike.
Yeah, I don't think
Koimani has to take out their their portal, their matrix here.
Yeah, it gets fortunately taken out herself as well. Nice pick onto Igniter from Drew. That's gonna help them a lot in this recontest. Blocks the rock and...
Wow, that was
okay.
much faster.
You know what? Fair play. I don't know. Drew took a bit of a longer rotation there, so I was a little bit worried that they weren't able to make that back, but just as Goonin was able to capture that first point very quickly, it looks like Walrus was able to do the same. And they're going to be taking a very creative approach here. Oh, they're not going all the way around. Okay, that's probably for the best. Alright, this is going to be where it starts to get hard. Drew's not going to be able to get much done. And Mega 10 trying to peek that. Fortunately, only gets a bullet to the head as a kind of gift, I suppose. Colin goes on. It's just going to be Drew swinging on point. I hope he doesn't use Shadow here because he does not win this fight.
Really unfortunate. Probably just getting those, backing up those kill feeds.
Yeah. Igniter with some of those voice lines. Looking for the Sombra there as well. They know Walrus Group has that now. Yeah. Megaton trying to get some work done in the backline there, but Shatter comes out from Drew. A quick shatter,
but they've all been pulled into the air.
Yeah. Tries to get a Fire Strike off, but you can't shield and Fire Strike at the same time, so too much damage, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm already just sacrificing themselves to try to get back quicker. Yeah, and I think, yeah, again, it's like a high ground that it's easy to fortify, and Welsh Group is having a hard time making that maneuver up top and living. Good coordination on the rotations, though, I will say, especially with the Widow. That can be very, very dangerous.
Yeah, so looking for that Sombra.
Beats come up
Drew
from both
just
sides.
jumps right into the middle of the action. Aircrafty takes out Koimani, but that's about all that they can do. Somebody needs to get on that payload before it gets too far back for them to go get it.
Yeah, they have a lot of space, but the payload isn't with them at all.
Megatent is taking up that job.
Yeah, so
and
unfortunately,
that space that they so hard fought for, payload's just not able to get far enough.
That's Overwatch is an objective-based game. I'm never looking for a pick on the Widow here.
We know with our many ventures with D2 that the payload is quite easily forgotten on this map.
Oh, for sure.
Especially with all of the high ground shenanigans that happen.
Yeah, easy to push up and...
Tide and Igniter tag team take out Walrus Group supports here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Sigma making some strange noises there. I'm not sure what that was about. Alright, Molten looking to flux here. The EMP comes out from Megaten, goes down, but it might be enough. Lucio is really low there, and Drew is going to be able to follow that up by jumping in to the action. And every one of Walrus Group survives that encounter, which is going to be good for them. Because they do have another fight to win. They don't have any ults for it, though, and Goonin has, like, 4, so Walrus Group has to play this very, very carefully if they want to win. And wow, huge purple onto the backline. Drew gets both of the backline and goes down himself, but it honestly might be enough.
With those healers gone, Molten is forced to retreat.
He's gonna try to recontest here, and again, they do have those ultimates.
Ooh, Aircrafty just barely doesn't manage to escape. The window comes out from Baptiste, straight onto the point. Aircrafty really in trouble here.
Ooh, Pied with the overclock. That's gonna be it, I think. Although Drew with
with that Primal Rage.
yeah.
Manages to take out Molten. It's just the small guys left. They really just have to push this.
That was so close.
They really had to push that payload less than a single foot.
That was so close from Walrus group. Drew with that Primal Rage almost clutched that out, but I think if Colin hadn't gotten caught out by that oh, Aircrafty trying to touch here with the
Death Blossom punched out of it for the Molten.
The Blossom.
Doomfish there.
Unfortunately, a panic situation from them. Drew almost was able to actually push it to the end. But yeah, and this is when it'll start coming out, and I don't think Walrus group really has a chance of winning this, unfortunately.
You're really trying to hang on there, but it's just his bulk is not enough to stand up to the entire enemy team.
Yeah.
And we're so close, and
They were so close.
I'm so disappointed. This could have been such a banger match.
It still was, admittedly.
It still was.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
I'd say, I mean, honestly, compared to, I guess, Walrus Group's expected performance, the fact that they were able to put up such a fight against this team, which is, again, has some very strong players on it, is really impressive to me.
Yeah, I'm really proud of Walrus Group here. They definitely tried. Nobody can say that they didn't put
That's true.
like as much effort as they could into
this. Clearly put in the effort for this.
Yeah, nearly having it tie up
these games
there at the end. It's just there really isn't.
Yeah.
There really isn't that much to say about it.
Yeah, I don't know. Good games. Goonin will advance to the finals. That means they will be playing tomorrow, Sunday at 3 p.m. Be there on this channel or in person if you live at or near Cal Poly. We'll be in Baker. You can find all that information. All that information will be available in the Discord. But yeah, that being said, I don't know. Thank you guys for watching. Good matches. Great matches by Walrus Group. Again, not expected at all for them to even make it this far. But yeah, I think we will be seeing all of you later. Oh wait, go tune into the other stream. Cal Poly Overwatch, no spaces, no underscores. No capitalization, or I don't think that matters. But anyways, go tune into there. That match is still going. I will see you guys all tomorrow. Yeah. Bye bye.